legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is
good morning. It's Wednesday, and we've been having the truck now on the road since Monday, and it appears that the truck is actually running a little bit better with the new injectors than the old injectors, even after they did their cleaning process. Now, that's not to say, you know, that these injectors are going to be the ticket, but hopefully they are. I don't know how many more times I could deal with this truck going in for injectors. I mean, that was number 5, so currently we're getting offloaded, and you'll see that little portion of the video after this. But kind of wanted to give an update on the fuel injectors. I want to say I got about 500 loaded miles. Oop, there went my lights. About 125 with just a trailer, and about 60 miles running bobtail. And everything seems to be good, so hopefully this is the last time it goes in for injectors. And if you're supposed to get 500, 600, 700,000 miles out of injectors. Well, I should be good to 750,000 to 1,000,000 miles, which I don't think the motor will last to 1,000,000 miles, but the injectors might. Oh man. Good afternoon. Well, I gotta say, since the fuel injectors were changed, the truck is running way smoother. The only thing I wish I would have told them to do was change the fuel filters, because now I got to take the truck in, get an oil change, get the fuel filters done, get the chassis lube done. But you know, I don't think I quite explained, you know, what was going on. Every time that the truck had to go in for the injectors, you would get that clatter, like when you're in extreme cold and you had the old cat motors, old Cummins motors and stuff like that. At least, you know, the cat motors that we ran would get that, I call it the cold weather clatter. But she seems to be running a lot smoother when you accelerate, you know, to pass somebody, or just accelerating in general through the truck stops, getting on the entrance ramps, you know, from you picking up. She's a lot quieter. I wish Packard would have done this fix a long time ago. I'm not saying that this fix is going to last forever. I have no idea. But it's new injectors. It's not the old style injectors. They call them a Pack 2 injector. And all I can say is the truck feels a lot smoother. When you start it up in the morning, it's smoother. Throughout the whole day, it's smoother. And since the injectors have been changed, I've run from Bachelor, Louisiana, which is right there by Lafayette, Louisiana, to Conroe, Texas, Conroe, Texas to Houston, Houston to New Iberia, Louisiana, New Iberia basically, because I had a pickup that was like 7 miles down the road. That was actually some sidewalls of tires. I did not video it. The place where I got loaded was about 4 inches of sloppy mud, and I told the forklift driver, you can go ahead and load the truck up, I'll pull forward because I'm not strapping in this slop. So I didn't get no video footage of that, but we ran those sidewalls to Trenton, Florida, and then from Trenton, Florida, we shot over to Jacksonville, Florida, And now we're sitting in St. Mary's, Georgia, right here at the pilot. I figured, you know what, I'll catch me at 34 from when I shut down Friday, and then we'll get on the road tomorrow morning, which will be Sunday, and we'll run up and try to get as close to Newport News, Virginia that we can. We got a load of tubing and fittings that's going to be going for some ships that are being built for the Navy. They asked me not to film, so I didn't get any film footage of the loading. Even though it was in wooden crates, you know, you gotta respect what they want at your shippers and receivers. So I didn't film that, but I will hop out the truck in just a second and just kind of give you a look of the tarp load. I'm not going to pull the tarp up. They seem to be very, very discreet about this stuff, and it'll be delivered before this video gets out. So, but yeah, the main portion of this video was here to kind of give y'all an update, you know, on the fuel injectors. If I had to, you know, calculate out mileage, right now I'd say I got about 800 miles on the fuel injectors, which seems kind of low for the miles, considering, you know, I got the truck back Friday before last, so yesterday made 7 days. But you know, all my pickups have been little short runs, and believe it or not, a lot of delays too. I was hoping to have that load of sidewalls actually delivered Thursday, but by the time they got me loaded in Louisiana and I got strapped down and ready to go, it was already 4 o'clock in the evening. I was like, you know, yeah, I could get on the road, but I only had about 4 or 5 hours left on my clock. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go home and sleep in my bed tonight. Was it the best decision? Hell, I don't know. But I got to sleep in my bed that night. We got this delivered Friday. We picked up again Friday. And now we sitting here Saturday. So we're making miles. We're actually making some pretty good rates this week. I think I did a little calculation, and for all miles, deadhead and loaded miles, we're actually at $2.35 a mile, and that is including the load that's on the trailer, which come out of Florida, so you know it ain't paying very well. By the time you figure in the deadhead miles and the loaded miles, it's coming up to $1.75 a mile, which is pretty shitty compared to my Bachelor to Conroe, which was $3 a mile. Houston to New Iberia, I want to say was $2.70 a mile, I believe. And then from New Iberia to Trenton, Florida, ended up being like $2.54 a mile. And that's one of the reasons why I do not like coming to Florida. I mean, the rates were ridiculous. 48,000 pounds of lumber moving from, you know, one location to another. I didn't specifically look at, you know, where it was picking up and where it was going to memorize it. But they was only wanting to pay $1.40, $1.50 a mile. That is just fucking retarded. I don't know if you heard the little rice burner in the background, but those rates are stupid. I'm sorry, but I would rather deadhead 200, 300 miles to pick up a load that's paying good than to give these brokers the satisfaction of getting a load booked for that cheap. But alright, we're gonna cut this portion off, and we're gonna hop out and check out the load. Alright, as y'all can see, we're in a Pilot's parking lot, and it's actually pretty vacant here. Not a lot of trucks at all. Here's our load. Like I said earlier, you know, I'm not going to pull the tarp up because they're very sensitive about it. Even though it's in crates, I don't know why. But these front crates, they're stacked 5 across, and they're about, I don't know, 20, 22 feet long. And then on the back here, they got some little bit small 10-foot crates. Obviously, it's military stuff, so they want to keep it hush-hush. Like, come on now. How secretive could pipes and fittings be? But I'll tell you, going through the snow one time, and I'm starting to see some rust spots on my Dorsey trailer. You can see there's some rust right there. And I noticed that one of my mud flap hangers brackets has some rust on it. Now the other ones don't, so I guess maybe that one got a shitty paint job. And even some of the bolts have got a little bit of rust on it, so looks like I'll have to go do some rust touch up when I get home, if I have the time. Other than that, they did a pretty good job of painting this trailer, because I don't really see much rust anywhere else. But alright, well, that's the exciting load that I have on the trailer. And I actually already have a reload right outside of Newport News, and that's going to take me back down to Jacksonville, Florida. It was paying good. I'm just hoping I can get another load out of Jacksonville that's not paying like shit. So alright, we're going to go ahead and end this video, and maybe sometime tomorrow during the ride up to Newport News, we could find a blue beacon that ain't too packed and get the truck washed, because all the mud holes I had to go in this week, she's looking really bad. So alright, see y'all in the next portion of the video.
I'm unstoppable.